to A Slice of Home. We are now in our studios tonight. It's been past couple weeks we've been on the road, I guess on location you could say, but we are here tonight, and we're talking about hockey again. Hockey seems to be a hot subject in Temiskaming lately, which is great. We love hockey. And with me tonight is Nicole Rochon and Brian Jones, two familiar faces, I'm very sure. And they're here to talk about the Chrysler Cup, which is coming to Temiskaming. And if you're not sure what it's all about, we're going to fill you in right now. So thank you for coming on the program.
Hi, Anne-Marie.
Hello.
Hi, Anne-Marie.
Maybe first of all, Brian, you can fill everybody in on what is the Chrysler Cup exactly?
Well, the Chrysler Cup is the championship tournaments for all levels of hockey that's played in the province of Quebec under the Federation.
Okay.
It starts from the Adams right through up to junior.
Okay.
And we have obviously the junior two-way here this year.
And what ages are those players?
Well, the junior obviously is up to 21 years of age. I would imagine to be players from 16 years of age up to 21 years of age.
Good.
It's very, very hard to say. They may have some limits on the ages in the different regions that they play in, but if you're talking about junior's normally up to 21 years of age.
So this is going to be good caliber of hockey.
Absolutely. It's the level below the links and that you may be familiar with from Sturgeon Falls. But I'm sure that some of the players that play in this, because they're playing in some organized leagues, would be just as good in some of the competition, and some of the caliber of hockey would be just as good as that.
Good. Now, when is this coming, Nicole? When's the Chrysler Cup coming?
It's coming in April from the 13th to the 16th, so the Thursday to the Sunday of that week.
Oh, good 3 or 4 days of hockey.
Yes, it'll
Right
be
on.
busy.
Good, good. Now, how would you say, how significant, you guys can both pitch in on this one, but how significant would you say this is for Temiskaming to host such an event?
Go ahead, Brian.
Well, I think that it's to bring back a little bit this spirit of hockey that people were used to seeing in the olden days, and for a while, and for a long while, we've lost this. And I think to see that some of these young people at that particular age are still playing hockey might encourage some of our young people to continue playing hockey after the Pee Wee level. And I understand we don't have any Bantam League this year. We don't have a midget league. And obviously, there are players that want to play.
So how can we get maybe those? Obviously, the way to getting those leagues back, Bantam and midget, is to have enough players to play in it, right? For Temiskaming?
Absolutely. Now, how and why, what happened, I'm not quite sure. I know for a fact that some of the younger players, some youngsters grow, they get to be fairly big. And when body contact comes into it, some of the smaller players, even some of the more skilled players, don't want to play anymore because they're a little bit afraid.
Yep.
And I'm not saying, I shouldn't say afraid, it's just that it's not worthwhile for them.
No.
So they have other things that they want to play. They want to play basketball, they want to play, they go snowboarding, etc. in the wintertime. But the other significance, Nicole, maybe you can talk about this for the businesses in town.
Well, that's the thing. We'll touch on that, and I'd like to touch a little bit more on what we're talking about. We'll do that later on. We'll talk a little bit about that. But what, for the businesses in town, what a great opportunity.
I mean, this is going to be really nice for a lot of the businesses in town. The motels are full to capacity. Even Milwaupee Lodge out in Kippawa is full. So the restaurants should plan on being busy that weekend. We do have 8 teams coming from different regions. So that's, you have between 20 and 25 people per team. Obviously, we couldn't bill all of them in Temiskaming because we didn't have enough motel rooms. But the ones that are going to be living in Temiskaming, they're going to be, eating here and, shopping in between games and stuff like that, checking out the town, see what's there to do and stuff. So I think this is a great opportunity for local businesses to, show their hospitality, and if they want, decorate the outside of their businesses with, welcoming signs or whatnot. If they need some information, they can always call us at the center, and we can help them that way.
Perfect.
But marketing-wise, it's going to be good for the town.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Way to show ourselves off here. Speaking of the teams, you've got 8 teams. Where are they all coming from?
Well, we have the teams. We have teams from Laval, from Montreal, Laurentide, Lanaudière, which is north of Montreal in the St. Jerome area, Estrie, which are the eastern townships, Bourassa, again, that's the area of Montreal and we're talking about. We have an all-star team because we don't have a league in the Abitibi-Témiscamingue area, but we have a team that's representing our area. I
That's
think
great.
the players, Nicole was saying, the players may be picked from Rouyn-Noranda and Val-d'Or. We also have a team from Richelieu and from Quebec City.
Good.
So 8 different regions, 8 different teams,
Wonderful.
which I'm sure is going to be some good competition because they do play, most of these teams do play in leagues. So they have to get out of their league to be able to participate in these final championships for the Quebec Championships. So there's going to be some serious and fairly strong competition.
Good. We'd like that.
Oh yeah,
We
I
want
think
to
it's
see
gonna
that.
be great.
Good stuff. And with these teams, obviously, it's not just the players they've got. Their parents will be coming, family members. It's going to be quite a significant amount of people that are going to be heading into Témiscamingue.
We should expect a good crowd at the arena anyways during the game.
Definitely, definitely. And what does this mean for the arena? This is really good for the center as well.
It is, because we're expecting, we're hoping to have between 600 and 700 people at the different games because this is a good caliber hockey. So, the arena's it's gonna be busy, the canteen, the different bars, because the town is hosting the event. So all the profits or whatever sales that are being done at the center stay at the town level.
Good.
So that's good, yeah.
Right on. Who's all involved here on your local committee? Do you want to give us some names of who's organizing this with you?
Sure. Obviously, this can't be done with 1 or 2 people, so we did ask around, and we did get a lot of people that were ready to get involved on a serious basis, because this being the provincial finals, we have a lot of, they sort of tell us what we have to do. I'll give you an example. 15 minutes after every single game, we have to fax out the results to all the other arenas that are involved in the tournament.
Oh, wow.
And the tournament is being held in all the different arenas in the Abitibi-Témiscamingue region. So we have to really be on the ball, and they have sort of a protocol that we have to follow. And they were here to check the arena and to see how the committee was working, to make sure that we were on schedule with our organization and stuff, and we passed the test.
Good.
Of course, we didn't have any doubts, eh, Brian?
No.
There you go. But coming back to the local committee, we have Denis Bisson as the president of the committee. He was looking for something to do, and he's a good hockey fan, so we went and got Denis, and he's doing a great job. And then we have Serge Godette, who's looking after all the administration part of the tournament. Dennis Belanger is looking after the finances. We have Gilbert Lacasse, he's an avid organizer for the regattas in Ville-Marie. So we've got him on the protocol part of the tournament. We have a representative from the minor hockey, because this being a hockey event, they sort of ask that the different minor hockey associations be represented.
Oh, they have an interest.
They do, they do. And then Claude Bérubé is in charge of the security and the medical. He's got a lot of experience in that.
Yes.
And Brian, we have Brian working with us on the technical part, because again, then we need, so many people for the score sheets and so many people for announcers and different
Referees, the clocks.
That's right.
Yeah, it all adds up.
It does. It does. Pascal is the head coordinator of the event, and myself, I'm looking after the welcoming and the billeting, but not billeting in families, but the billeting in the motels. Make sure that the different teams have a place to stay and stuff like that.
Good, good.
So we have a lot of people on the committee, but we also have a lot of volunteers that are going to come and give us a hand during the weekend, and it's a good thing because we will be needing.
So you're still looking for volunteers too, as we speak?
We are. There's different areas that we're lacking a few volunteers. So if anybody out there is interested in giving us a hand during the weekend, they can call us at the center, and I'm sure we'll find them something to do.
Good, good. Now, what about the schedule of the games, Brian? What are we looking at?
Well, the schedule starts on Thursday afternoon. The first game's at 1 o'clock, then there's a game at 3:30, and then there's a game at 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So the 8 teams will play the first round robin games on Thursday. Okay. Then they'll go their separate ways. The winners will go one side, and the loser will go meet the winner of the first day. And then the same schedule is on Friday. Again, it's 1, 3:30, 7, and 9. And then Saturday they get the third round. It starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, and every 2 hours is a new game.
Good.
Until the semifinals are held Saturday night. So let's say it starts at 9, 11, 1, 3, 5. And then the semifinals start at 7 and 9. And the 2 finalists meet off on Sunday. There's one game on Sunday at 2 o'clock on Sunday.
Good.
Oh, the Grand Championship.
Oh, that's great. I'm just getting chills thinking about it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think so.
One thing we were talking about, the number of people were expecting to come. One of the things that was asked when we went to the regional meetings in Rouyn-Noranda, when they found out that Temiskaming, we were hosting the Junior A, AA. If you buy a pass in Ville Marie, you buy a pass in Temiskaming, you can go to any games that you want, any other place, and use your pass. And they're all excited about being Junior A down in Temiskaming. So when we say we're going to get between 600 and 700 people, I hope Nicole wasn't only thinking of Temiskaming, because a lot of these people are going to come from elsewhere.
That's right.
So people better get their passes and be able to get into the arena if they want to come and get them.
Okay, well let's go into that question. What are the tickets, price, passes? What's the deal here?
Brian, you can tell them how not expensive it's going to be to see this
Well,
hockey.
it's not going to be a very expensive thing.
No.
Young people for the weekend, it will cost them, for a weekend pass, it will cost them $6.
Oh my gosh.
A daily pass is $3. If they want to get in and pay on a daily rate, it's $3. So it's $6 for the whole
It'd
weekend.
be crazy not to get the weekend pass.
An
I think
adult
so.
for a weekend pass is $10, and a daily pass is $5.
Oh, that's quite reasonable. You guys
Now
have been...
we're going to have some reserve seats. I think these are the seats that are down near the arena floor, and people saw that when we had the legends that there's some of the seats were down there. So if people want those seats, those are $20.
Okay.
But we do have a restriction for the seats around the on the arena level. We have to reserve those seats for adults only.
Right.
Because the junior AA, there could be a lot of body contact and stuff like that. So we have to, for security purposes, we have to make sure that there are no little ones running
That's
around
right.
at that level. So that's why the seats around the ice level will be reserved for adults only.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to have any mishaps or anything like
No,
that.
and because people are going to be close to where the doors are for the players to go back to the rooms and stuff like that, we prefer not to have little ones just to make sure everybody's safe.
That's right. Yeah. Good idea. Good idea. Now, promotional articles. I'm wearing a couple of items here. I've got the jacket. This is a beautiful jacket. I love the colors. And it's a spring. I guess it's a spring jacket.
Yeah.
You'd say it's pretty heavy. And the T-shirt. I'm gonna flash everybody. Woo! I've got the T-shirt here. Chrysler Cup. It's nice and colorful.
Yeah, and it has, that's the logo for of the Chrysler Cup.
Well, it's Abitibi Temiskaming. Very nice. And what else do we have here?
And
We've
we
got,
have the hats.
Oh yeah, the hat.
The hats. Those hats are $20. And we also have the short sleeve polo, and they're just in front of the desk. And we have a few of those on hand, but if people want to order them, they can order them through Norm Davidson at the Pro Shop at the center.
Okay.
So these articles, we require a deposit to make sure that people are going to get them. And there are different deposits, like the hat is $20, and we ask like a $10 deposit. And the polo, the short sleeve polo is $35. The jacket itself is quite nice. It's $75. And then the white t-shirt,
t-shirt,
like what you're wearing, they're $10.
$10.
Yeah, and
Oh, gee,
it's
that's
really
reasonable.
just to promote the. We're not making any money on these articles. It's
No.
just to promote the
event.
event.
Okay, good. Now, we were talking about welcome signs for the merchants to put in their windows. It's a good opportunity for that. Now, you were saying something, Brian, earlier that kind of caught my attention was about the school, making the kids involved.
Well,
Just as a
we were
suggestion.
talking about hockey. We were talking about hockey and how come it's not catching on at a certain level at the Bantam and the Pee Wee and the midget level, I should say. Yet the high school, the English section of the high school, went to a tournament last year and picked up some players, older players from the high school, and went down in the Hull region and played off against Western Quebec, other teams from Western Quebec, and won the championship. And I know they're going back again this year.
Good.
Now, why don't they play in a regular league here? I know Nicole was saying that they have the youngsters who are not playing in the league get together 2 or 3 times a week. They rent the ice and they play and have fun.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure that there are other players from other little towns around that are doing the same thing. Maybe they get together and have a league that's non-body contact or something else like that, if that's what they want.
Like a house league type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we were saying that too. That's what Ted Nolan was saying when he was down last
Well, he
year.
said, and what I keep telling the people that you don't have to play in the big AAA teams and everything else like this. You can play in your own house league. You're going to be seen. When you go and play out of town, you're seen and you're a good player. You're going to be seen and somebody's going to see you. Eventually, you're going to have to play at those levels to see how you can compete with other things. But you can have fun. There's a chance, and I'm quite familiar with the scholarship chances of players going away, going to college, and
Yes.
get their schooling paid.
Yeah, you're familiar with that.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with that.
First-hand experience.
So these are things that are available, and we have youngsters that girls as well. There's so many girls teams starting up right now. I know Ohio State just started up a girls league. They're going into the girls hockey league, and they're picking players.
Hey.
One of the young girls from Temiskaming plays for a team in North Bay, and she said she saw the recruiter from Ohio State at one of her games.
Why not?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Good.
excellent. That's excellent. You know, it's so true. Hockey, it's not just for boys anymore. Girls
Oh,
are
no.
involved, and
Oh, yeah.
and we see like the women's hockey team playing in the Olympics, and it's just great to see that everybody's involved and getting excited about it. But that's good, and coming from you, Brian, it's good too, because I think. Like I know my husband, and when he tells me how he started playing hockey, he always refers to you and says, like, you know, Brian was the one that got him on the ice with his pads and his, you know, it just takes somebody to have an interest. If a child has an interest and you see that interest there and they really want to do it, why not push? Like, you don't have to push them. I mean, as parents, you don't want to push too hard, but if they want to encourage them, I think that might be the key word. And maybe things like this could happen. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, were you not saying, Brian, at one point that there might be scouts here during that tournament?
I really think that there are going to be some scouts that will come to the tournament, to see some of the potential, some of the players, because whether it's the major junior leagues or whether it's the AAA junior leagues, whether it's the college, environment that might be coming, send some people up. I was hoping that Casey would come up. He might be coming up, so
Good. Good
it's
stuff.
a
Hey,
chance for these kids.
that's right. And you know, Temiskaming, I was just listening to that on the radio today. You know, they're saying how Northern Ontario, northern communities they're not so small anymore. You know, and we have a very good opportunity here in Temiskaming, not only because of Tembec and the wide reaching, we reach like the far corners of the world, but with the internet these days and with everything that's, you know, hosting events like this, having the legends of hockey here, we're not such a small community anymore. We got big time things happening here.
We're getting on the map. We're getting there.
Exactly. Now, how did Abitibi Temiskaming get the bid for this Chrysler Cup?
Well, I think what happens is